welcome to Earth Offerings, and I am Mario. I know it's been a very long time since we did one of these videos. I was very busy with doing some studying with Dr. Azmanaki, so I want to thank her from here. But now we need to focus back on Earth Offerings recipes, and here we are today. So, since it's getting very warm and hot here in Malta already, oh my god, it's so hot, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of the hot weather is Brazil. So, I'm inviting today my very good friend, Humberto Maia, you can come. He's from Brazil.
Hello guys.
And he's going to help us do some recipes.
Yeah.
They are Brazilian recipes, but we're going to change them a little bit to fit Earth Offerings, and we're going to use some Earth Offering products.
Yes.
So Humberto, can you tell us a little bit more which recipes we are doing today?
Okay. Today we will do the torta de frango.
So this is basically, Humberto, am I correct? This is a chicken pie, but it is a Brazilian chicken pie.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Very
Correct.
good. So now we're going to do, what is this called?
Pão de queijo.
Okay. And
This is a traditional bread of Brazil. It's very normally for breakfast in the morning.
Okay, that's very interesting. And it's done with cheese, right?
Yes.
Very good. And then we are also doing a dessert. What did you call it?
Brigadeiro.
Brigadeiro.
Yes,
Okay.
brigadeiro.
So it's a very interesting mix we're gonna have today. And so it's 3 recipes. We're going to use our products. We're going to use our chicken seasoning. We will use our conserva, the tomato paste. We will also use something that we have not used before yet. This is our tipsy marmalade. It is a marmalade with several oranges and some brandy in it. He's already eating.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Then we are using our spicy sun-dried tomatoes chutney and the bacon chutney. So let's begin before Humberto eats everything. Okay, so we are going to start with preparing the chicken for the torta of what?
Torta de frango.
We are boiling the chicken, right?
Yes.
You're going to cut in the
Yes,
chicken?
I cut a bit.
And this is done to absorb the flavors,
Yes.
right?
I put a bit
Of
of
salt.
salt.
And pepper.
Pepper. Like pepper.
Okay. And we're going to use our chicken seasoning from Earth Offerings, right?
Alright.
It's very good. Okay. And now we put it in a pot with water, right?
Yes.
And we boil it. Okay, so now we are going to start the cheese bread, but before we start this recipe, I need to tell you that we forgot to add some turmeric to the chicken. So while the chicken is boiling, we have added a teaspoon of turmeric for the coloring. Okay, so now let's get back to this recipe. So we are going to do this cheese bread, which you said, how do you say it?
Pão de queijo.
Whatever he says, that's it. So we're going to add about 220 mils of milk, fresh milk. We have 110 mils of olive oil, but it's not just olive oil, it's mixed also with some vegetable oil, because the olive oil would give it a very, very strong taste. So we mixed it as such. Okay, we're going to add half a tablespoon of salt. We're using sea salt here, and 3 eggs. Okay, so that's 3 eggs, and now we need to mix these together. That's enough?
Yes.
That's enough. Okay, so Humberto was telling me that we need to mix it very well, so that the eggs mix very well with it. Now, we are going to add our 3 other ingredients, and we've got around 80 grams of Parmesan cheese. These are cheese shavings, but you can use whatever. And we're using another around 80 grams of cheddar cheese. With that, we are using 400, we said? 400
Yes,
grams
of
of tapioca flour, right? And that's from the cassava plant, you were telling me?
Yes.
This is a plant that is very typical in Brazil, and they use a lot of stuff from it. And one of the things that they get out of it is the flour, which is gluten-free. So we're using that for this. And we'll mix everything together again. Okay, so now we have the mixture, and we have our muffin tin, and we sprayed some oil on it so that the mixture doesn't stick to it. Now Humberto is getting me anxious because he's saying that I need to pour this very quickly, otherwise it will thicken. So we'll pour it into the muffin tin. I'm putting a lot. Okay, Humberto, he's telling me I'm putting a lot. So this is half of it I need to fill? Okay, so half of it. Okay, it grows a lot. I like when things grow a lot. So now we will decrease some of it so that it doesn't make a mess in the oven. Okay, so now we're gonna put it in the oven at 180 degrees for how long?
30 minutes.
For about 30 minutes. We will decrease some of them. Okay, so now we are starting the pastry for the torta, for the pie. Torta
di frango.
Exactly what he said. So Humberto is going to guide us how to do the pastry. So how shall we start this?
With eggs.
Alright. We are using 3 eggs, I see.
Eggs.
Okay. We are doing this all in the blender. So he's going to crack the 3 eggs. Okay. 3 eggs are done. The milk.
2 cups of milk.
2 cups. Okay, so that's 2 cups of milk. Olive oil.
Half cup of olive oil.
Do you want me to do it
Yes,
for you?
please.
Okay. Very good. So let's have a cup of olive oil.
Olive oil.
This is a very good brand of olive oil. It's called Ramlavelli. It's from Gozo. Everything from Gozo is good. But today we're talking about Brazil. So 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of
Salt. So we just added the self-raising flour.
Yes.
How much did we add?
2 cups.
2 cups of self-raising flour. Now we're gonna close it and blend it all together. Like this. Okay. Okay, so now Humberto is continuing to cook the sauce for the pie. We've got the chicken, we removed the water and we pulled the chicken over. It's like pulled chicken. So what are you going to add now, Humberto, to it?
Garlic.
We're gonna add some garlic to it. About 5 garlics, diced. 1 onion. We're using green, red and yellow peppers. We've used half of each and cut them into stripes. Now we are adding some peas. We have around 100 grams of peas. We've got about 200 grams of corn. Now we are mixing it.
Yes, a bit.
It smells really nice, Humberto.
Thank you. And the good thing is, this recipe is very, very simple to do.
Okay, some pepper. Some salt. And we're using about 2 cups of pulpa, tomato pulpa. Very good.
Then I mix a bit more.
So we're using the conserva, which is a tomato paste made by Earth Offerings.
Wow, the smell is so nice, Mario.
So you're adding how much?
I
That's
put 3.
3 teaspoons. Very good. Okay, I'll take it away from you. So now we are using the chicken seasoning from Earth Offerings. Very good. Okay, so that's about 1 to 2 teaspoons. Okay, so now you are adding some water, right?
Yes. About 400.
Okay, very good. And we'll mix it all together again.
Yes, again.
Alright, so I think this needs to reduce, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll let it boil a little bit so it will reduce and
water.
become to a thicker sauce.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so now we are going to prepare the dessert while the chicken sauce is cooking.
Yes.
So can you tell me again what's the name of this?
The name is brigadeiro. It's a very, very easy recipe and very popular in Brazil.
Very good. So we're gonna have a Brazilian recipe here. So how do we prepare this?
1 teaspoon of
So 1 tablespoon of butter.
butter.
We'll put everything in a small pot because this doesn't require a lot of ingredients.
Yes. Here. And then 2 teaspoons of
Cocoa powder.
yes.
Okay, 2 tablespoons.
Spoons.
Very good. And then we've got the sweetened condensed milk.
Condensed milk.
Very good. This is a thick milk. We also, here you can see we've got some hazelnuts and some almonds, which we will later crush and put on top of the dessert. So you can use any type of nuts you want. So we'll mix it together, this mixture.
Yes.
Very good. And do we need to cook this then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now we are cooking the mixture for the brigadeiro. And we're cooking it for how long? Maybe 5 minutes?
Yes. 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
It's enough.
Very good. And all the time while it's cooking, you keep on mixing, I'm saying.
Yes.
Very good. At the same time, I'm going to mix the chicken sauce so that it doesn't get stuck to the pot.
I have a problem because I love spices and then I put a bit more. Okay, it's normally in Brazil when you prepare something you put a lot of spices.
And I see you also put more salt.
Yes, and more salt.
Very good. So you can add as much as you want to your taste. Okay, so now the chicken sauce is ready according to Humberto. He's going to add some cream cheese to it later on and some flour to thicken the sauce. And the brigadeiro, if I'm saying it correctly, is almost
ready.
It's ready as well.
Yes.
So very good. So we're ready to plate these as well. So we now need to layer the brigadeiro, and we are using our tipsy marmalade from Earth Offerings. So we're gonna put some tipsy marmalade at the end of at the bottom of the dishes. Is that enough, or
Yes.
that's enough? Okay, so it's like 2 tablespoons. Now for me, we are adding the chocolate sauce. It's the brigadeiro. Okay. Oops, it's okay. You can put it on.
Yes, I put it all
all.
for you.
Okay, and we'll put some more marmalade on top.
Yes. Oh my god, the taste is fantastic.
I'm sure it is good. And now we're going to dress it with some mixed nuts which are crushed. We've got hazelnut and almonds. And we've got our dessert ready here. Okay, so now we are thickening the sauce. We are adding some cream cheese, okay, around 200 grams. And mix it with the sauce. You're teaching me a lot today, Humberto. We are going now to thicken the sauce with some flour that you've mixed with some water, so it melts in the water. Very good. And mix everything together until it thickens up. Fresh coriander. Switch on the hob again. Very good. So it thickens up.
Look.
Okay, so now when it thickens up, we can layer the pie.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're set and we need to layer the torta.
Yes.
Torta di, again,
Torta de frango.
Gefrango. Okay, so how do we layer it? So we have, this is the mixture that we did.
Yes.
It is the pastry, it's going to become the pastry, but it is really, the consistency is of a butter, so it's different than what I'm usually used to. So we're doing half of it, right?
Yes.
That's a little bit more than half, but that's okay. Then,
And cheese. Slices of cheese.
so the dish, at first we put some oil, we greased it with some oil, we layered the batter, and we're layering with some slices of cheddar cheese. Okay, so now we layer it with the cheese and we're gonna layer it with the sauce.
Yes.
So this is, I know now why the sauce needed to be very thick, so that it does not mix with the butter. Okay, so now the rest of the butter on top.
Yes.
Very good. And then we will put some sesame seeds on top of that, and we will bake it in an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 40 minutes, you said?
Yes.
Very good. And then we're ready to eat. Okay, so now we've got our cheese bread, pan.
Pão de queijo.
Exactly. It smells divine, I can't wait to taste them. Now, we're going to serve these with our spicy sun-dried tomatoes chutney and our bacon chutney. And it should be fantastic. What do you think?
Yes, I love it. With coffee, for me it's perfect.
So, for you it's perfect for breakfast. I think for me it will be perfect throughout the day.
Yes, I love it.
So, Humberto, we cooked everything today. So, we've got the torta,
The frango.
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 We've got the bread with
Pão-
cheese.
Pão de queijo.
We're serving this bread with some chutneys. I'm serving it with sun-dried tomatoes, spicy sun-dried tomatoes and onions chutney, and some bacon chutney. It will be delicious with it. And then we've got the dessert, which is the brigadeiro.
Brigadeiro.
Very good. Thank you so much, Humberto, for joining me today. And we need to mention also that Humberto has a YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel for hair products and this stuff. So please, you can join and subscribe his YouTube channel. What is it called?
SOS Cabelo.
Cabello.
But I only speak in Portuguese in my videos.
It's okay, but I think people will love it anyway.
Yes, I
so
have a good recipes about for hair.
for hair products. Very good. So you can subscribe to his channel, and you can also subscribe to our channel Earth Offerings and follow us for more recipes. And now we are going to eat.
Yes,
Let's
oh my
eat.
god.
I'm so hungry now.
Me too.
Let's cut this. So while I'm about to serve our food and eat, please subscribe to our channel again, and thank you for joining us, and lots of love from Earth Offerings.
Bye guys.